Kristen Kelly, and welcome to KristenKelly's TV. So, I'm going to do a review of Hello Kitty Con 2014, held in Los Angeles. I'm a really big Hello Kitty fan, and I'm trying to give you guys an unbiased opinion and just tell you my experiences of the day. So, I'll just go over my process. So, today, I got up really early. I think I had 4 hours of sleep. I got my hair done, all like Harajuku-y. I picked out my outfit. I was really excited. I was like a little kid going to Disneyland. So we get there, and you get your ticket online, and it looks like this. It's like a printed out ticket. And then you bring it in, and they give you a badge. And each day is a different color badge. This is my badge for Thursday. And it was fun when we got in. I was really excited. Everybody was taking pictures of me. It was cool. The first thing we went to is we went to this area that there was shopping, and in that area I got this broom. It's this cute little broom. The same place that had this broom, they also had a tea set and an apron and all this other stuff that when playing with I fell in love with and wanted to get, and they were like, oh, we're all sold out of it, we'll have more tomorrow. Which it's a 4-day convention, but you just buy one ticket. I didn't think about when I was buying a 1-day ticket 4 months ago that, oh, I might need another ticket for another day. So that was the first thing that I was like, oh, okay, so I got to get this little broom. That's great. But I wanted this tea set. I wanted all these other things that they didn't have, but they were showing. So that it was the first thing that I was kind of like, okay. And it really bothered me, really bothered me when the guy was like, oh, well, tomorrow you can come and get the tea set. Or oh, we'll have more tomorrow. Because it was legitimately 2 hours. 2 hours after the convention started. So in 2 hours, they sold out of their inventory. So that was the first thing. I was like, okay, whatever. And this was my only day to go to Hello Kitty Con. So that was the first thing. The second thing that kind of bothered me was there's a cafe, and I really wanted to get a Hello Kitty donut. They completely ran out of Hello Kitty donuts. And again, people were like, oh, well, tomorrow they'll have more. Which is, people didn't buy multiple day tickets. They only sell 1 day at a time tickets. And I didn't think, oh, I'm going to need multiple days. So, really wanted that. Whatever. The lines were really long. And I'm not talking about, a 10, 20-minute line. I'm talking about 2-hour lines. So you're looking at, a 2-hour line to go into a store. You're talking about a 2-hour line to go get your picture taken with a cutout. So that was there was too many people at the event. I wish that they wouldn't have let as many people in. And they give you this book, this really cute little guidebook with all of this stuff. Oh, and they also had tattooing, real tattoos, not this is my fake tattoos. But they had real tattoos, which is super cool, and the tattoos looked amazing. But the people that got those tattoos went in at 6 o'clock in the morning, got there, and it didn't really tell you anything. I just feel there was a lot of misinformation when it came to Hello Kitty Con, which breaks my heart, and I feel I'm gonna cry even talking about it, because I would never have thought that I would give a kind of a bad review, but I'm trying to give an honest review of how it really happened. But they have these really cool tattoos, and they had activities outside. They had fake tattoos, which I got a bunch of because they had ones that they were walking around with. But the line was an hour line to get a fake tattoo, which is just crazy. And then there was face painting, but it was an hour line to get face painting. And they had caricatures, but it was an hour line to get caricatures. And it was an hour line for everything at least. And so then those were really the only the activities. And they had other stuff you could walk around and do. But I just felt they needed more activities to do. I felt they just should have done more stuff. They had this Hello Kitty cafe, which I thought that it was going to have Hello Kitty coffees and Hello Kitty cookies and stuff. So, and it was very misleading because they have Hello Kitty holding a cup of coffee on the bus. So I waited in line for 2 hours. I looked at my watch. So for 2 hours, I waited in this line for a Hello Kitty cup of coffee and a Hello Kitty donut. And I get up there, and all they had was macaroons, which I lived in Paris for a while. I hate macaroons. They're disgusting. They had macaroons, and they had, like, little cakes, and they had lollipops and, like, water. And by the time I got up there, I didn't really even want any of this stuff. But I was like, I've just been in a 2-hour line. Like, I'm going to buy something. So I ended up getting these little Hello Kitty Cafe, like, cakes, which are really cute. They were $15, these little cakes. They're adorable, but whatever. And then I got a Hello Kitty water, which was $4. But, I mean, it's cute, whatever. It's a water. And then I got, like, a little cake pop. And the girl hands me the stuff without a bag. And I was like, oh, do I not get a bag? And she's like, oh, and this is the bag I'm talking about, these cheap little tiny, like, reusable bags. I was like, oh, do I not get a bag? And she was like, oh, well, you have to buy $25 worth if you want a bag. So I had to get another pop just to get a bag to carry my stuff. So that in itself was like, okay, whatever. They were giving out these free tattoos, which was cool, but that was, like, the only thing they were giving out, which was kind of like that and some buttons, so whatever. Oh, and they also had these little hats that you could, like, wear to it, so that was cool, and they gave them out. And the booklets were cool, I guess. Oh, and then, like, just some other things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way is that Hello Kitty is for everyone. Hello Kitty is not for just adults. Hello Kitty is not just for kids. Hello Kitty is for everybody. You can never have too many friends, right? That's what the Hello Kitty saying. Like, the guy that handed these out, they're like these little Lego things. And it was like handing them out to all these people. And I went up and I'm like, oh, can I get one? And he literally looked me in the eyes and said, oh, well, yeah, I'll give you one, but they're really just for the kids. What? Like, you're at a Hello Kitty convention. Like, there were so many adults there, which really kind of made me feel like, what? Like, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve, like, you know, a present that all these little kids are getting. And it just, like, kind of makes me feel like I don't have kids. And, yeah, I want kids maybe in, like, 10 years. But, yeah, I don't have kids. I don't have a kid to bring to this event. So what? Just because I don't have a kid to bring to this event, like, I can't get something? Like, I paid a ticket to come here. I clearly like Hello Kitty. Like, look at me. Like, it's just, I don't know. So that kind of bothered me. And then, oh, I got this robot, which is, like, really cool. Like, it walks, and it has, like, a light on it, and it turns around. It's, like, $35. And at first, like, I saw it, and I was like, oh, I don't need that. Because, I mean, who the hell needs, like, a walking little robot? But then I was like, you know what? It makes me happy. You know, I'll make a YouTube video of my dogs playing with it. It'll be cute, whatever. Because also, I didn't think that there was, like, any other shopping areas other than this, like, one place that I really didn't see anything I liked. So, I'll get to that in a sec. Oh, so there was a costume contest, which I really feel like, once again, the planning was really bad at the costume contest because they had people that legitimately did not have costumes. Like, it was just, like, crazy because, like, I walked up to do the costume contest, and all these people were like, oh, you have to sign up in advance. I was like, well, how the hell did you sign up in advance? Like, who would you know to go to? So that in itself was like, blah, blah, blah. So then the costume contest, like, starts, and it's, like, this huge line of people. And some of the people did not have costumes. Like, this girl was wearing all black. I'm not even joking you. Complete black. And goes up there and is like, well, and you have to say, like, what your costume was. And she was like, well, my costume is what I think Hello Kitty would wear in real life. I did my best. It was just like, why are these people in the contest? Because, like, other people that wanted to be in the contest, they wouldn't let in. So I kind of, like, sneaked myself in there. I was, like, third or something from the last to go. And I mean, I was the only one that even, like, talked. Everyone that went up there was, like, in my opinion, wasn't even giving, like, good examples of, like, what their costumes were or what they were, like, trying to be. And by the time I went up, there was only, like, 20 people that went up, and I feel like they didn't care about me. The girl that won had, like, an okay costume idea, but I think the reason she won is because she was the last person. And they didn't have, like, in my opinion, they should have had, like, real judging. And I just feel like they were, like, letting whoever up, and it was just so chaotic. The people that won the second place was, like, this little girl and her brother. The little boy was dressed as Spider-Man. It's a Hello Kitty convention. This is not Comic-Con. You are supposed to wear Hello Kitty-related things. So the little boy is, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 2 years old. He's just a Spider-Man. And the little girl is so fucking young. She doesn't know what's going on. She's like, oh. Like, they should not be allowed to place. Like, I'm sorry, little kids have all the opportunity to go and do stuff. Like, yeah, I understand they're little kids, but I'm an adult who actually made my costume and put time and effort into my costume. Like, there were so many amazing costumes, and then these little kids that, like, don't even know what's going on in the world, like, win. That just really bothered me. And then the third place was this girl that had, like, kind of a generic costume. But the first place winner won a sewing machine, so that's, like, kind of cool. Okay, so I was one of the people that just, like, went up, and they gave me, like, this Band-Aid kit as I was getting off. I was like, oh, great. When I got home, it's an empty Band-Aid case, whatever. So, the thing that really broke the camel's back for me that I really just, I was almost in the verge of tears, is the event was supposed to go till 7 p.m. At 5 p.m., everything shut down. Everything. Like, at 5 p.m., you couldn't get into anything. At 5 p.m., everything shut down. I wanted to go shopping. Like, I wanted to get this particular, like, duffel bag. Couldn't let me in. Couldn't do anything. So, really, the event went to 5, not till 7. And they shouldn't have done that. And big shout out to Shawnee for doing my hair and makeup. So, there's, like, ribbons, and we have, like, a lot of, like, Harajuku stuff going on. But, yeah, Shawnee designed my hair, and she did my hair, and Shawnee did my makeup. She also woke up at, like, 4 o'clock in the morning to get to my house. So, thank you so much, Shawnee. Please follow her at KissMyShawnee on Instagram. The whole thing was just kind of, like, I love Hello Kitty, and I can't wait to go to Japan. Like, my boyfriend and I were going to go to Japan on our honeymoon and stuff. Like, I love Japan. I love Hello Kitty. I wish the event was better, but it was just not that great. So, hopefully next year will be better. But for Hello Kitty Con 2014, I'm giving it, like, I don't know, a 2 thumbs out of 5 thumbs, I guess. It was all right. You should definitely go to Hello Kitty Con next year. Maybe it'll be better. I hope it's better. But yeah, and I also made a video about the, like, event with photos and stuff and videos, so I hope you guys can check that out. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.